Well, will this make the difference to the care sector, a sector, as we say, where funding's not kept pace with an ageing population? Low staff pay has led to vacancies. By some accounts, a third of caring jobs are vacant. And, of course, what we're also understanding is that the new money will not be funnelled to care for some time. Martin Green is Chief Executive Officer of Care England, which represents care providers. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sarah.
What do you make of what you have heard from the Prime Minister in the last hour or so?
Well, the first thing to say is we're really pleased the Prime Minister has made this announcement, because we've been waiting 23 years since Tony Blair promised social care would be reformed. What we have seen, though, in the Prime Minister's announcement are some worrying elements. First of all, the element that your interview with Laura talked about, which was that some of this money is not going to come into the care sector until 2025. Now, one of the challenges we have, and we've seen it throughout COVID, is that we have a crisis in care, and that crisis is now. So I think we're disappointed that the new money is not coming on stream much sooner. It is helpful to have more clarity about the fact that there will be more money in the system. But as Laura said in her interview, some of that money will be swallowed up, and in only about 2.5 billion will reach the front line of care in the initial stages. Now, we have got significant challenges because we have been underfunded for so long. So I think we're concerned about some of the timing issues in this proposal.
Okay, so care homes will start to feed through, but just not at the volume you think is necessary.
I think that's right. And I think one of the things we've got to do is we've got to have a strategy to stabilise the system at the current time, and then to have a plan for the transition. I think if we just announce, as the Prime Minister has done today, a new plan, but we are talking about 2025 as being the time when that will come into place, or I've also heard some elements of it coming in 2023, we need to understand how are we going to support the system so that it is robust enough to be able to be there and to follow through on these changes. So we've got a long-term approach to social care.
Okay. Are you aware, because of some of the money that's coming in is going to be going to effectively pay what people are currently paying? It will replace some of the money that comes from individuals. Do you know how much is left over to go into wages and recruit people and make the actual care better?
Well, I think the figure is about 2.5 billion that will be left from the 5 billion initial amount. I think it was 5.4 billion initial amount, which had been identified as going in at the moment. Of course, what we really want to see is one of the first things that needs to happen is the Prime Minister's commitment to this gap between what the local authorities pay and what individuals pay needs to be closed. Now, if the Prime Minister will use some of that 2.5 billion to close that gap immediately, that would certainly help.
Martin Green, thanks very much. Thanks very much.